Hi. Hola.
Hi, here's Mr. Dozy.
This is Michael Bradley.
Hey, I'm Memphis.
Hey.
Hola. Hello.
I'm here with soccer.com.
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 And I'm talking with my friends soccer.com.
See you soon.
Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Nike MercurialX Proximo indoors in the latest CR7 Natural Diamond colorway. Now inside the box they do include a string bag to go along with the shoes themselves. The string bag is the same you'd get with the regular Superfly version of this shoe. It is royal blue in color with black strings, features a sparkly silver Nike swoosh in the middle, that black pattern that kind of fades towards the middle like you'll find on the heel of the shoe. The pattern is consistent on the back as well, and then you find your CR7 branding in sparkly silver at the bottom. Other than that, all you're going to find inside the box, as you guys can see, are the shoes themselves. So we'll get these guys out of the box really quickly, and we'll take a closer look at what is a really good looking colorway of the MercurialX Proximo, essentially an indoor version of the Superfly in the latest Natural Diamond CR7 colorway. So in this video, we are of course going to take a detailed look at the colorway itself, talk tech specs, performance, take a look at the weight of the shoe, as well as take a look at how these things fit and feel on feet. So if you're interested in learning more, please stick around, watch the entire video. If you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, be sure to check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you'll find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $175 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. To start things off, let's take a closer look at the colorway. Now, obviously, this is an indoor version of the Superfly, and the shoe itself looks a lot like the regular Superfly. As far as this particular colorway is concerned, it has all of the same elements. They've only added one little thing that makes these look a little different, and that is here on the medial side, where you have the added texturing, which you have on every colorway of a MercurialX Proximo. You can see it's the black texturing right here through the forefoot and midfoot area. And on this particular colorway, honestly, because you have this pattern kind of fading through in the heel area, it doesn't look quite as out of place. So it kind of blends in and doesn't really change the look of the shoe at all. Obviously, you don't have a carbon fiber sole plate like you have on the regular version. Instead, you have a solid black midsole, and then you have this really cool kind of mixture of different colors for the rubber outsole. Almost looks like marble. You basically have a light gray, a dark gray, and a white. That actually looks really, really good. And then the rest of the upper, it's the same as the Natural Diamond line of this new kind of CR7 colorway. So you have the royal blue that has this kind of semi-metallic look to it. You have the sparkly silver swoosh at the front. You have the black pattern kind of fading in from the heel area. They have the added texturing as well, just like the regular Superfly, which once again does not impact the feel or touch on the ball. It's really just a visual thing. Love it or hate it. You have the CR7 branding right there on the heel on the medial side in the sparkly glitter, which is really cool. The exposed flyknit, as you guys can see, is a combination of royal blue and black. Same thing goes for the laces. Then you have the royal blue band right there at the top of the collar. So that's pretty much it as far as the colorway itself is concerned. I really like it. I'm a big fan of this particular CR7 colorway release, but let me know your opinions on it down below in the comment section. Do you like how these look? Why or why not? And with that being said, let's move on to the tech specs so we can learn a little bit more about the overall performance. As far as performance is concerned, if you're a fan of the Superfly 4, the MercurialX Proximo is the indoor shoe for you. It has basically the exact same upper, so you get a flyknit construction with internal support cage as well as the brio cable. So when you pull the laces tight, while the upper is still fairly thin and still fairly flexible, it does a really good job of securing your foot in place and giving you a nice responsive feel overall. Your foot's not sliding side to side, and really when you push off, you get that kind of instant reaction. Again, that responsive feel you would expect from a high-end Mercurial model. As far as touch on the ball is concerned, it is obviously going to be a thinner upper. Is it super thin? No, because it is still a knitted material, so it does have some kind of softness and some padding to it, but for the most part, it does provide what I would consider to be more of a barefoot sensation. Minimal extra grip on the ball with the Nike skin covering. Obviously on the MercurialX Proximo, unlike the Superfly 4, you do get the added texturing right here. Does that add some grip on the ball? Yes, but for the most part, this is there as a reinforcement layer, more so for durability reasons as opposed to performance reasons. So again, the overall touch on on the ball, not too far off from a regular Superfly 4. The heel area, you do have an internal plastic heel counter. Of course, being that this is a Superfly or MercurialX Proximo, it does have the mid-cut design with the dynamic fit collar. A lot of people like to kind of buy more into what this actually does than what purpose it actually does serve. What I mean by that is there's no ankle support here. There's no performance benefit to the collar. It's there, one, for looks, and two, to change up the way the shoe fits and feels in the heel area. So it's just something a little bit different as opposed to something that's actually a true performance enhancer, if you will, because it doesn't enhance performance in any way at all. Inside, there is an internal heel counter, internal heel liner, synthetic leather, minimal padding. Again, fits in the heel area similar to a regular pair of Superfly 4s. I'll remove the insole for you guys so you can get a look at that. Also a little bit different from a regular pair of Superflies. It does have the same pattern, as you guys can see, like you'll find on this colorway and pretty much every model, but it is made from a single layer of this ortholite foam as opposed to a thinner foam with perforation. So this is really what's going to provide the majority of your underfoot cushioning with this particular indoor shoe, because the midsole, you're going to find a little bit of Phylon foam here in black running through the heel and midfoot area, and then basically this rubber outsole that you see is all the cushioning or all the impact protection aside from the insole that you get pretty much across the entire foot, especially in the forefoot and toe box area. There's no plastic, there's nothing reinforcing this shoe. It's very, very flexible and it's very close to the ground. So if you like a lot of underfoot cushioning, this may not be the best option for you. What's also great about this rubber outsole is it does have a fairly high lip going all the way through the forefoot and toe box area. So durability is not an issue. They hold up really well, whether you're using these indoors or on concrete, asphalt in a street soccer type environment. As far as the outsole is concerned, this is the indoor bottom. So again, for any kind of hard, flat surface, that's what this is intended for. There's a turf variation available as well, depending on what type of surface you're going to be using them on. But both variations work extremely well on their respective playing surfaces. The traction and the durability you get from the indoor model specifically is very good, and actually something that's consistent across the entire Nike Soccer X line, because they don't change it up at all. No matter which model that you get. So that's pretty much it as far as tech specs and performance is concerned. Again, a really, really good shoe. Again, it just depends on what you're looking for, but if you want an indoor version of the Superfly 4, this is it. For the sake of the video, we're going to weigh this pair for you today in real time using this scale. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. We're going to throw them on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 8.8 ounces, the equivalent of 249 grams. So for the sake of comparison, when you're comparing this shoe to a firm ground Nike Mercurial Superfly 4 in the same size and condition, a Superfly 4 weighs in at about 7 ounces. These weigh in at 8.8. So they're almost 2 ounces more than a regular pair of Superflies, which is to be expected because pretty much all the weight is coming from this rubber outsole, which you need obviously for traction as well as for durability. So for an indoor shoe, it still is relatively light. Are there lighter shoes out there? Yes. But again, if you want the feel of wearing a pair of Superflies in the form of an indoor shoe, this is still absolutely your best option. All right, so here is a look at the shoes on feet. On my left foot, I have the stock laces that come with the shoes. And on my right foot, I have a pair of junior length royal blue reflective SR4U replacement laces. If you're interested in a pair of replacement laces for yourself, the website to go to is www.sr4ulaces.com. You find a direct link to that website down below in the description of this video. Now, in terms of how these things fit and feel on feet, like I mentioned earlier, it pretty much is the exact same upper that you would get from a regular pair of Superfly 4s. So the overall feel is quite similar. In terms of how the upper wraps your foot, it's a very tight fitting shoe, really not a lot of extra space on the inside, given that you have proper sizing. And again, you get that nice responsive feel just because of all the support on the inside as well as from the Brio cables when you pull the laces tight. So your foot is very secure on the inside of the shoe. The bottom is very flexible just because there's really no plastic to the construction. And really the only aspect of this shoe that's going to give you a hard time at first is the way it fits in the heel. This is typical of all the mid-cut models from Nike. And it just takes some getting used to. As long as you break them in slowly, you don't wear them straight into a game or straight into a free kick session, you shouldn't have too many issues with the break-in process. Width-wise, it is a tighter fitting shoe, and there really isn't going to be much stretch out of this upper just because those Brio cables aren't going to give at all. So for the most part, the way they fit from right out of the box is the way they're going to fit for their entire lifespan. And like I mentioned, it is a tighter fitting shoe. So if you have really wide feet, probably not the best option for you. And as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. Alright guys, that is it for my review of the CR7 Natural Diamond Nike MercurialX Proximo indoors. If you guys are looking for more info, be sure to check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you'll find the high quality images of this exact pair that I took myself. That'll give you a better idea as to how they actually do look in person, as well as buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these guys up below their normal $175 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions at all regarding this particular shoe, leave them down below in the comments, and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.